You guys would not shut up. Where's the cream S13? You're never driving anymore. How come you've lost your roots? You don't. It's been sitting at paint forever to get some stuff repaired. We didn't have time to even get the stuff repaired, and I was like, man, I want to go to this combo. I want to drive with Taylor. The E36, we can't get done in time. So we'll bring her out. We'll bring her out. She's my baby. We're gonna bring her out. So this thing, I don't know. This is probably the last type of comp I should ever take it to, because it's like a $10,000 first place prize. So people are probably gonna drive with no care, and it's probably gonna get smashed up. But it's a sick car. It's fun to drive, and it's not for me like a super competitive car because I always make a lot of mistakes with it. I've never really gotten the steering perfectly figured out. Oh, I should probably mimic the specs from the Australia car because that car felt sick. That's what I should have done today. Whoops. But instead, I'm gonna play around with ride height, try to fix some of the weird suspension issues in the front, do some like maintenance because the car hasn't been driven in a while, a few other minor fixes and stuff, but get this thing prepped. I always have issues with the shifter too and misshifting and stuff like that, so I'm just gonna do as much as I can to try to get this car sorted and ready to go compete. I don't think I'll do that well because, you know, we have a bond, but in competitions that bond isn't usually the best, but we'll see. Oh, and also mind you, we have to leave tomorrow morning for the comp, and we just got the car back now. So this car hasn't been touched in months. We're gonna try to prep it in a night and then drive whatever 7 hours to North Florida to go drive with the homies. Don't film me taking tools, dude. People are gonna think I work on cars. I can't have that, dude. It's bad for my image. When you think I'm working on cars, I'm actually in the office on my phone quick scoping noobs. Mike, don't laugh. Don't laugh at me, Mike. You know it's true. All jokes aside, before we dive into the 240, I want to give a massive thank you to a new sponsor of the channel that is coincidentally a company that I've been working with for a very long time on the merch side of things, and it's called ShipStation. ShipStation is the fastest, easiest, and most affordable way to manage and ship orders. Whether you're selling stuff on your own site, selling stuff on Amazon or Etsy, ShipStation completely transformed the way that we ship out packages. It saved us a ton of time with printing labels, streamlining things with automation to send emails to customers, batching orders when we print them, integrating all the packing slips, invoices, and labels. It makes it really simple. And the cool thing is ShipStation works with all the different carriers like USPS, FedEx, UPS, and even Amazon fulfillment. But of course, one of the best things, even if you're not shipping crazy volume, you can still leverage the same discounts that they have for Fortune 500 companies. So if you want to save money and make your life easier, if you sell stuff online, definitely check out ShipStation. And if you guys want to use ShipStation for free for 60 days, all you got to do is use my code ADAMLZ. There's no risk. You don't have to enter any sort of payment or credit card information. Play around with it. I promise you'll love it. All you got to do is go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in that code ADAMLZ. Try it. You'll love it. I want to thank ShipStation for sponsoring this video. Now go to their site and make ship happen. Mike, stop laughing at me, Mike! He's so mean. He's over there drinking his wine. Look at him. Look at him. He can't even keep a straight face.
MB.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Damn it. All right, so I'm gonna do my best to try to cover all the random stuff that's going on with this in terms of maintenance and changes. So I will say right now, this is a fresh, brand new diff that Alberto built up with new bearings, new seals, freshy. The last one was just making lots of weird noises. Also, Schulman has been dealing with the axles right now. We got our axles rebuilt by Drive Shaft Shop while this car's been down, so we got some freshies there. And then up in the front, Alberto's going over fluids right now. I'm diagnosing boot that looks like it got a little love from my wastegate shooting flames or something. So I'm gonna change that, and then I'm just gonna fill you guys in on all the little suspension changes I'm making to make this car hopefully drive better. MB, that's not where you put the oil.
Yes it is. Where's that from?
No, you're not supposed to talk.
You're not supposed to talk?
You're supposed to go like this.
I'm supposed to go.
All right, so more suspension stuff. I changed that boot. This little outer end has a little bit of play in it, so I'm gonna change that. Other things that I'm doing, if you look here, I don't wanna get too crazy into the details of suspension, but this is why my car has felt weird. This is what you call over-centering. You don't want the tie rod to go past straight, because when you do, it kind of starts to like bow inward and then it gets stuck and it doesn't wanna come back out. Usually the way to prevent that is to move the rack forward so you don't have this. But my rack isn't forward enough to prevent it completely. So what I'm gonna do, I'm drilling some holes and I'm gonna make some bump stops that'll stop it a little bit farther out than these bump stops will allow. I don't need a ton of angle. I just don't want it to bind and get stuck there because it makes it very hard to drive. So I've got these really good drill bits and I have a mark right where the knuckle hits. And I'm just gonna drill right into these and then put a bolt that I can adjust to wherever I need it to be. Update, new axle's almost in. Before someone left, he pulled the brakes off my R32 because I'm actually going to ditch the CTSV calipers. I've always had issues modulating the brakes behind people. I could probably figure it out with a bias valve and play with pads and get it to be a little bit more manageable. It's just always been tough with this car, and that's been a big weak point of mine. So the simplest thing to do is just put Z32 brakes on. Every S chassis I've ever driven with Z32 brakes has more than enough stopping power and is very easy to modulate. So hopefully that'll be better. So before we were having issues with a tie rod end hitting the bump stop, and the problem with that is both it puts a lot of stress on this tie rod end, and it also could get stuck there and do weird stuff. So my little bolt now hits the knuckle, which is a much stronger point to hit, which I feel a lot better about. It's weird because this is kind of like the car that I learned how to work on cars with. So I'm wrenching over there with Alberto, and it's weird because I haven't touched this car in so long and I haven't driven it in so long. But I know this car so well. I know all the little bolts that get loose and all the places how things are designed. So it's been like fun and nostalgic picking through this car and going over it. Taking off like kind of quite a bit of, look, white wheels. That's my ADD mind. Look, white wheels. Look, brakes. Make it go bye-bye. She's getting there. So in case you're wondering, I still am a very big fan of these brakes. They're phenomenal for how cheap they are. However, for a drift car, I think they're a bit overpowered. But if you have like a Canyon 240 or something that you want good stopping power on but are on a budget, CTSV calipers are awesome. I definitely recommend getting some good pads for them though. That made a huge difference when I switched to good pads. I wanted to do some tire testing tonight, but we had a light rain, so I'm going to still go and make sure the few changes I made to the angle are good. I'm probably going to lower the front down a little bit. I raised it up a little bit too much and it's kind of driving me nuts. I'm pumped though. This thing sounds so cool. I approve. Man, this thing is fast even in the rain. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3s, man. Wow. How did that feel to you?
That was incredible.
I'm shaking. I miss this car so much. That just made me so unbelievably happy. Wow. And that was in the rain, bro. I'm not going to be able to spin these in the dry. That's a problem. That's a problem, Mike. Dude. I care about this car so much and I don't drive it because I don't want to beat it up, but like this engine, like this drivetrain gets me so excited. It sounds so cool. Like JZs are sick, but man, SR20s are the best engine. If you disagree, unsubscribe right now. You see that like button down there? Don't hit that. You would never hit that if you didn't agree with me. I would not believe that you would do not such a thing. I'll pull this thing. locked and loaded. We are leaving. It is 6 p.m., so we're a little bit on the late side. It's about a 6-hour drive. We wanted to leave around like 3 or 4, but we ended up doing a bit of testing with the car. It's still factory ECU with an RS enthalpy tune, and the blow-off valve can make it stall sometimes when I let off throttle. So we experimented with having no blow-off valve by pulling the, vacuum line, but then it was blowing it open because I don't have a stiff enough spring. So then we had a stiffer spring. Now it seems to be like the best of both worlds. So I know that the biggest issues with that car are it's stalling, me spinning, and I took out some front grip to prevent that, and then misshifting. So I'm trying to eliminate all the things so I can have the most fun this weekend. I haven't driven the car in a while, so I'm not expecting to be like super competitive, but I'm just excited to have that car back out on track again and get some good tandems in. I know there's a lot of good drivers going, so I'm pumped.
Excellent.
Oh, no parking, fire lane.
F them.
Shulman! Oh, we could park at Cracker Barrel, though.
We're good. See?
We were really bored on the drive, so we let Shulman drive.
They're filling. God dang it.
It kind of
Look at this.
Like we're a mile away from Taco Bell.
Whoa, you need exercise anyway. You're fine.
Can we park over there where all the normal people are?
Well, guess what? We're gonna park right here.
Are you joking?
Nice.
No, you're joking.
No, for real.
Oh my god.
I'm parking here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, remember?
We're like showing literally parked in a separate town from Taco Bell.
Oh man. Fried chicken.
Shulman made me walk through the bushes. Shulman! What is this? What is this?
No, what?
Bro!
I don't think you can get out of there though.
No way.
I know. I didn't know. There's such thing as a Taco Bell and a KFC combined. Shows how often he ever eats at
He
Taco
doesn't
Bell.
get out much.
That is
Do
wild.
you know what this is?
Baja Blast. I know what that is.
yeah,
I know what that is. We're good. We're good. But bro, like, I could have gotten chicken. Y'all got me getting a gordita.
Ew, chicken.
I would like to bring up something. Does anyone actually like sitting in chairs without backs? What's the purpose? Why would ever anyone choose to sit in a chair without a back? What is the advantage?
See, the thing is, there's no answer to this because he's actually right, like always. So.
But I'm genuinely curious. Mike, do you have
There's really
input?
no
Because you guys chose this table. There are plenty of tables with chairs with backs.
I didn't say anything about this table. I just saw the drinks here and I sat
Johan
down.
chose it, so
Maybe we'll interview him when he gets back.
he's
Yeah.
also protecting himself from the coronavirus, as you can see.
Yeah.
It could be in
And it's covered. Why do you think it's in the
It's so funny, I don't know why.
I get the aesthetic that like maybe it looks better. Johan, I have a serious question for you.
Yeah.
Why would anyone ever choose a chair that doesn't have a back? What is so alluring about it?
I don't know.
You chose this table. What did it speak to you?
It was in the middle of the restaurant or something.
So it's location. Remember, we
Yeah,
were talking about this
location.
earlier, Shulman. Location. Remember? Bro. Yo.
That's gotta be like
sick, dude.
10 more horsepower right there.
I don't want to make fun of it because I probably wouldn't have done a better job, but look at the light bar.
Yeah.
Is mounting and not in the center.
It's not center either.
Alright, if you guys didn't know, diesel pumps are disgusting and they suck. I learned this from Pat on the road and the rig and stuff, so if you ever touch this thing, always wear gloves because the smell of nastiness diesel will never go away. So, touch it, wear gloves or something. Right, Johan?
Yeah.
It's like 40 degrees and he's not cold. It's like,
neither am I.
well, you're from up Winter Wonderland, right?
Winter Wonderland.
It's cold for me.
2 hours. Sean, make a decision.
I got a canned Dr. Pepper.
Bro. Sean, put it back. Oh, Mom said no.
I want it.
Mom says no.
What you got there, MB? Well, let me see. You got chips? You got soda? What is it? I want to see. Come on, MB. There it is. What you got? What you got? Popcorn, MB. It's almost midnight. You don't need popcorn. No, you don't. What you want? What is? You want apple? You want apple?
Oh my god.
You don't get apple.
Buy this shit, let's leave.
No? No?
Here, there you go.
MB, what truck's yours? No, that's not yours. Which is it? Which truck's yours? No, that's not yours. MB. Which truck's yours? No, it's not those. Come on, you're getting warmer. Come on. Which truck? Which truck's yours? Is it this one? No. MB, get back here. MB.
The destination is on your left. Emerald Coast Driveway.
This track is so small. Like, we're driving over the track, and I thought this was like, wow. This is an RC replica track. Dang. Are people already in grid for practice? Made it. We're all super tired. Me and Yon have been going over the car, making sure the alignment and all the little things are good, playing around with bump stops. I'm excited. The car passed tech, so first battle's out of the way. Feels good to be back, guys. We're back on the GoPro with my good old little microphone and the Cream S13. About to do some burnouts, get this thing warmed up. I've heard lots of mixed opinions on the track and its grip. I guess it was just resealed, so it's supposedly slippery. Regardless, I'm gonna try to get some heat in my tires and get it ready. Man, I love this car. Thing's good. I'm actually really excited because there's a lot of drivers here that I know, but no, like drivers that I know from all different places, like friends from Texas, friends from up north, friends from in Florida, friends from all over that I get to drive with today. So it's exciting for me, especially being in this thing. I just did the shifter, so I kind of have like a 4-speed lockout. So first, second, third, I shouldn't need fourth, and I can't even go over to fifth unless I push down and use it like a reverse. So that is one cool thing about the Serial 9 shifter. You can make that reverse lockout into a 4-speed lockout. All right, I've seen a bunch of people spin on first entry, and I hear the new sealant on the track's made it super slippery, so I'm gonna go for a weak entry, and then hopefully I'll be in second gear in this track. It'll be nice if I don't have to be doing a bunch of gear changes, but we shall see. I'm gonna do my best to walk you guys through it. Oh God, it's icy. I think gearing will be good though. Something fell on my feet. The new brakes do feel fantastic. They're way easier to modulate and they're way less prone to locking up than those CTSV calipers I had before. For me, it seems like the hardest part of the track is going to be that downshift in the beginning. It'd be nice if I could leave it in third, but I don't know if I want to try that yet. get a slit spot there.
track condition. Right now, I say keep doing what you're doing and just keep going until later in the day. Once the track gets grippier, we'll figure out grip and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. After this lap, if you can, I'd like you just to come back and just visually check my tire pressure just to see how much heat gain we're getting. One other thing too, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. So I thought one thing I would do for you is kind of voice over this one run to let you guys know the zones and stuff that we're trying to fill. So this is the initiation cone, and then the first zone is an outer zone right here. Where you can see it starts here, there's one cone, and then there's a quick inside clip to an outside touch and go right there that you're supposed to get in, get back out to this outer zone that's long. You kind of have to left foot brake to extend from that cone to the next cone and fill it properly, and then switch back, and then the last outer zone right here. I spun a little bit on this one, but that outer zone would extend all the way to the finish line right there. I broke a tie rod end on grid.
Oh boy.
I guess I'm happy it happened in grid though, rather than on the track. It was just old and worn out. I replaced one side to be preventative. I should have replaced both, so it's kind of on me. We got to change super fast, got back out on grid. I was able to do one more practice run that I felt quite a bit better. I'm kind of missing one of the touch and goes, which I think I'll elaborate in the inside car footage. But right now the car feels too tight to tandem. But the mistake that I made at the first round of FD was making a bunch of changes before qualifying, trying to loosen the car up so it would be better for tandem and then not qualifying. So I'm going to be smart and I'm going to leave the setup because I'm used to it, and then afterwards then I'll establish how the car feels in tandem and decide if I should be switching the tires to something less grippy. These 1-2-3s are just no joke, and it's fast. So I finally got a lap that I felt pretty confident in. Mike, if you could insert that lap here. Confident with the car. Flicking it in rather than just handbraking actually helps me because it gives me a little bit more time to downshift in a second. Where handbraking, I kind of have less time because the car wants to straighten because it's slowing down. But I felt good enough to where I hopped behind my friend Dimitri from up north. He's a really good driver. One of the people I knew that I could trust in the grid. So I hopped behind him, did a lap behind him. The car felt great. A wise man once told me, I'm pretty sure it was Pat Gooden, you can't win anything in practice. So I tried to keep my distance the best I could and not smash my car up since I have a tendency to do that in practice. But anyway, I'm pumped. I'm feeling pretty confident for qualifying and top 64 tonight.
MB, what did you do? Your splitter! MB! I'm supposed to stay on. Don't hurt it. Don't break it now. Please, don't. What are you doing? Biamba? No. MB? No. No, MB!
First lap, qualifying strategy. 2 laps of qualifying. First lap, you always want to put points on the board, so I'm going to go out, do my best just to get some points on the board. Then the second lap, I'll give it the sauce.
LZ.
We did it! We qualified! The first battle's been won. We qualified. There's top 64 tonight, but we have a bye run. I'm gonna use this time, this practice, and this buy run to play around with setup a little bit. So I'm trying to add a little bit of front grip. I talked to the judges and they don't penalize for left foot braking. So I'm gonna try to left foot brake a little bit more to fill the zones. I just had so little front grip that I would just be pushing if I left foot brake. So we'll see how the car reacts to a little bit more front grip. We'll go from there. Other than my tandem with Dimitri, this will be my first tandem. Notes from Schulman are that this car is pretty slow in drift. I looked at his tires and it looks like he's on some no-name tires, so the 1-2-3s are going to be kind of tricky to follow with such a slow car. And mind you, when I say slow, I'm not talking about horsepower, I'm talking about how fast the cars travel in drift. Most of that's determined by rear alignment, tire pressure, and tire compound. So that car doesn't travel very fast in drift, so it may be hard for me to follow without straightening, but I'm kind of happy because this will give me an opportunity to see if I need to make any drastic changes to the car. Can't win anything in practice, so just gonna take it easy. It's so hard for me to do. I'm like saying that, but in my head it's like, I can still do this close. I can still get close here. It's so hard for me to not drive at my limit. This car is fast. Woo! I think that'll probably be one of the slowest cars I drive against, so it's good to know I can do it. It wasn't pretty, but we are leaving the track early. I guess they had some issues where the pavement was actually coming up on the track, so they chose to not run the buy runs and only run the people who didn't qualify high enough to get a buy run. So we're all gonna go get caught up on sleep. We're gonna get some good food. Schulman especially requested that we eat at Subway.
No,
So-
we're not going to dang Subway.
He's so entitled to quality
It's
sandwich.
so bad. Quality is like Publix sub. We're waiting that one for him. Right? Remember?
He literally just, wow.
You want to hit the track string real quick?
Where's the line?
Line?
It's halfway below the truck.
It's a really annoying truck to park. So I want to give some context to this visit. It took me probably like 20 minutes in the car to convince Schulman that Cracker
Oh,
Barrel
God.
was good enough. Why?
That's
Explain
fine.
to me your problem with Cracker Barrel.
I feel old when I go there.
So I have this stigma with Cracker Barrel where in my head it's like old people go there and it's just gross. Every time I go there, it's a great experience. This is not sponsored by Cracker Barrel. They have a nice store where you can buy nice things and the food is good and the service is fast and look at the parking.
You're tripping over me now. Oh, look at this.
What you got there, NB?